2015, I was definitely not thinking of being another startup founder. Startups are very hot, and in 2015 they were very, very hot, and I was definitely not sure I wanted to join that game. Okay, but I joined this accelerator by Government of India, and we won this Innovate for Digital India challenge based on this idea. As I went to this accelerator, I had to pitch like this in front of lots of jury and investors and doctors and whatnot. And as I pitched, I was to give a lot of statistics, like so many, but there were 10 million people, which is 1 crore people in India have epilepsy, registered cases. Okay? Doctors believe that the number is much more. Initially, as I spoke these numbers, they were just numbers. I was not feeling that personal connect. Even though I had, a child at home who was unwell, I was not able to really go for it. So that was one thing I used to speak about in these sessions. So the other thing was that, there are about 20% of these 1 crore people in India, they have refractory or hard to treat epilepsy, just like my son. Okay? And then the other thing, 2015 itself, 1.5 million deaths were attributed to causes related to epilepsy. Okay, so as I was speaking and as I heard myself speak these things over and over again, and when you're pitching, it's like you are in a classroom with other competitors and other people, and you are trying to do your best, right? And you keep hearing your own voice over and over again. Okay? Slowly, I started thinking that though I had not meant to do this commercially, there is actually a reason to do this. Because if I have invented this, I have come up with a solution, now it is really not fair for me to expect that somebody else will be as passionate about this and take this thing to a logical conclusion. Somebody had to do this. Probably I have to. I don't have a choice. Even if I didn't want to, I probably should do this. Morally, that is the right thing to do. So that was the first thing that came to my mind, okay, that maybe I should do it. Then I started thinking about more reasons to do this. Should I really, really do this? Because doing this involves taking a lot of money, having a lot of money in hand, having a company looking after finance and resource and infrastructure and God knows what. Am I up for it? Okay, and then again, as part of these sessions, I used to do a lot of market studies. You are MBA students, you might be doing a lot of market studies yourself, right? And what I did find out was that there was actually a great market for this. So I had an emotional reason to do this, but what really, put me to do this was also the business reason. Just with an emotional reason, you cannot do a business. Okay, I worked long enough to understand that to have a business, you also need to have several other reasons. Just emotions will not get you somewhere. Maybe if you're doing an NGO, yes. Maybe if you have lots of money and you're doing something out of your love, yes. But if you are to do something really good and to really help people, in that case, you need to have very, very strong business and financial reasons to take your dream forward. That's something that I learned, and that's something I want to impart to you all. Okay? That you will come across lots of great ideas. And when you come across lots of great ideas, sometimes you want to do it because it's good for society, which is, yes, it is definitely good. But do remember that to be successful, you will also have to be, not at all emotional. You have to be very practical, and you have to find out what is that business edge you will get by doing this. Okay? So now when I, talk to people and they introduce me and they ask me, okay, Rajlakshmi, what do you do? You've done this because of your son and all of that, okay? So I tell them upfront that, no, I'm not just doing this for my son. He's the reason I started this, but I would like to be honest with you and tell you, I do this because I want to be a tycoon. I want to be a tycoon, right? I guess this honesty, is required. If you know this, you will go in the right way. Otherwise what happens is, your emotion and your business thoughts gets mixed up. Okay? And what I have learned in this last 2.5 years, 3 years while running this company is that even if you do good for society, to do good for society, you need good amounts of money. And for good amount of money, you cannot depend upon grants or government or other people to help you. Okay? You have to generate those funds on your own. You will be able to generate those funds if you have the right people working for you. And the right people cost you a lot of money. To create the right products, you will need to have the best labs. You cannot compromise. Okay? So that's what I learned. That yes, I have a reason. Yes, we are doing this. We are doing with a good heart. Let's say that. Let's own this up. That we are doing something that is definitely going to help a lot of people. But at the same time, TerraBlue XT, our company, is a very commercial company. We are very commercial. We are not, we are not an NGO. We are looking at profits. And with our profits, we want to pump it back into our company so that we do the best research. We come up, with the best things that will then provide the accurate predictions and all the insights that our patients and doctors need. Okay, so this is my business philosophy and about who I am.